This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by
Mattress Firm, our premier mattress provider. They provide a 120-night sleep trial, so if your mattress is not perfect, they will pick it up and find you a new one. Save 10% off your order with code MMANUTS10.
All 33, meet your new work chair. Get active, be active, and sit in motion all day, relieving your stress and aggravation. Save $155 off with code CHAIR20.
HostGator, one of the top posting providers around. Save up to 60% off with code MMA60. Whisper Bidets, a tiny shower for your butt. Save 10% off with code INGO10.
Defense Soap, the world's best soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 502.
502!
My name's Ingo Weigold.
Matt Gross, MMA Show. My fans, poor fans, walk the line between serious and ridiculous. We are rocking out over there. Ice water.
Some happy juice.
Happy juice.
Juice of the goose. What do you got over there?
Just straight vodka.
Okay.
No, it's vodka with a little lemon and lime and a little stevia.
Vodka with vodka?
Vodka, tip it off, or top it off with a little vodka, you know.
Yeah.
A little this, a little that.
Uh-huh.
A little coffee.
Coffee. You got vodka. You got cocaine.
Wish I could have the Warsteiner of the glass, but I can't drink that fucking beer anymore.
German beer.
Warsteiner. Yep. So what's happening?
Well, there was a UFC over the weekend.
There was a fucking epic battle, right? Charles Oliveira, Tony Ferguson. What happened?
I think it was a good battle. I think let me just point this out because it's been a while for me, but I really enjoy Joe Rogan commenting more than anybody else. And whenever he's not there, it just doesn't feel right to me. And I really appreciated that he was, commenting.
In attendance.
In attendance, live.
Yes.
So, but this fight, I feel like Oliveira shows, his progress, his improvement. I mean, he's freaking tough as shit and great striker, lots of cardio, amazing on the ground. I mean, I don't think Ferguson is necessarily slipping. I think Oliveira is just a better fighter all around, and he's improved so much in the last 2 years. So I thought it was a good fight. I think the decision is correct.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fucking mauling, right? Like every aspect of the game, Oliveira dominated him in, from the striking to when they're on the ground, and he fucking, what was it, the end of the first round when he armbarred him and fucking hyperextended it? I'm like, I think man.
2 more seconds and that thing would have been popped, because I don't think Ferguson
he tucked it under his arm too, and it was fucking cranking on it. Like, fuck me, man. Really he looks sharp, and I wonder too with Ferguson, was it the beating that Gane put on him that is he slipping now? Because I mean that is you can equate it back to Junior Dos Santos, Cain Velasquez. Like, I feel like that was a career-changing fight where someone probably should have thrown in the towel, because you think about how much damage he absorbed. It was a fucking jab that stopped the fight in the 5th round.
Yeah,
a jab, because the accumulation of damage. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see his next fight back. Like, what does he look like? Because it's hard to gauge, because you're right, Oliveira is on like elite level, and I don't know where Ferguson is anymore.
Well, he's definitely not. Well, I don't know that he's changed all that much. I think the competition's improved, so I think he stayed kind of at a level, and everyone else is rising above it slowly. So, but I think you're right. Like, you had the Velasquez fight, then you had the Robbie Lawler fucking 5-round battle,
Roy McDonald. Both of those guys were fucking
never the same ever. So I think you might be onto something. It could be that. It could be that he took too much of a beating, and now I don't know if it's self-doubt or just the miles got worn off. It's like, constantly burning the tires on a car. Eventually the tread just runs out. No more tread.
Yeah. So, and maybe he needs a crowd too. Like, I want to put that in the equation, because I forgot which was it. GSP, like one of the fighters was saying they would feed off the crowd. I'm sure a bunch of guys do, but I think it was GSP talking about the fucking crowd getting into it, and then you're getting jazzed up from it too. And Ferguson may feed off the crowd, so there might be a bunch of factors in, but I mean, goddamn, how many fights in a row now has Oliveira won? Is that
9? 10, 9? Hang on, I'll tell you.
Something like that.
You read my mind. I was about to look that up. It looks like double Bronx. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8 fights in a row. He lost to Paul Felder back in 2017. That was the last time in Detroit, Michigan. No less.
There you go. See?
So we were not at that, were we? Were we at that? No, we were there before in like 14 or something.
Yeah, we were there for the main event. Would have been Machida Rampage.
Okay, yeah, that was.
And he had BJ Penn and Matt Hughes.
Yeah. So that's probably like 2013 or something like that. Okay. Yeah, so he's on a winning streak. I don't know who beats this guy at this point. I mean, he's surgical in his approach. I mean, at every angle, every level, all of it, he seems like he's completely well-rounded at this point, and it's going to be tough to beat him.
Yeah, it's like his striking has finally caught up to his ground game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, talk about submissions. Like, Jesus Christ, that guy's got so many, and first round too. And it's a variety. It's not like he's a one-trick pony like Paul Harris. I'll get you on the ground and rip your fucking leg off. This guy can fucking submit you every which way from Sunday.
Guillotine, anaconda, rear naked choke, guillotine, a bunch of them. A lot of rear naked choke and guillotines, but there's a bunch of different shit mixed in there. He's got 19 submissions wins.
It's so sick. It's so sick.
It's a lot.
But now he doesn't just have to play the ground game. Like, he can he's more than adequate on the stand-up. So it's fucking cool to watch. So great win for him.
Yep.
We had Junior Dos Santos versus Gane, and here we have it's kickboxer versus boxer, but the boxer stays in kickboxing range, being Junior Dos Santos. So obviously that doesn't work out well for Dos Santos. And Gane was smart and just tore him apart with the leg kicks. And second round, Dos Santos got stunned with a jab, and then he got finished off. And I don't know how many losses in a row that is for Dos Santos. At least 3. He was on my list of guys to cut.
Well, I'm surprised they haven't cut him yet. I mean, I think he needs to seriously consider stopping the fight. Like he's in.
I thought you were gonna say a shit ton of steroids.
Well, that too. But I think we're entering Nogueira territory here. As far as it's time to hang it up, man. You're not what you once were, and you've taken a lot of beatings throughout the last few years. And I don't know. And he just seems very smiley a lot.
You know what they say about them smiley guys?
They're happy.
Yeah, they like ice cream sandwiches. That's all I'm going to say about that. You're not going to bait me into that one.
I was trying. It didn't work. Okay, fine.
I'm pulling up his record here, so I can give me a second here. So, yeah, he's got 4 losses in a row. So 21 wins, 9 losses. He's been KO'd 7 times.
Wow.
And his last 4 fights were all TKO losses. Man, that's tough. I think it changed the scenery.
Bellator?
But again, but he's not fighting smart. Like, if you're a fucking boxer, why are you not staying in boxing range? He tried to play kickboxer.
Yeah,
and he doesn't throw kicks, but 1 or 2 here and there. It's not his game. So just like his fight IQ is not good. He's 36. It's not terrible for a heavyweight, but fuck, man, it might be time for a change of scenery.
Bellator with a little bit of vitamin S, and you'd be good to go.
Yeah. And then the only other fight I want to talk about is Holland and Jacare. So when they put up the stats, it was crazy. You look at the reach difference. So Holland had an 81-inch reach to Jacare's 72-inch.
Jesus.
Like, oh my God. So the first round, both guys are on the ground, and Holland TKOs Jacare from the ground, but it was a weird position because like Jacare's on his knees, and then he looks like one of those whirling dervish inflatables that you see at the car dealerships where he's kind of like this. And then like someone pulls the plug and then he just fucking banks over and gets KO'd. But I felt it was disrespectful by Holland to treat an elder in the sport like that. You can't be knocking guys out. The guy's fucking, it's like you're beating up your uncle. at the barbecue over a last rib.
Sometimes boy, you gotta get a beating over a rib. It just happens.
Ah, fuck, man, it's tough to watch. Like, I don't like watching the old guys that we knew. Like, Jacare. It's like, fucking Jacare, man. He used to have like power, and then if he got you on the ground, he's gonna fuck you up. Now, not so much.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think we need to watch more MMA and try to find new people to root for, because all of my favorites are all like retired.
That's what's tough, right? It's like you follow the sport long enough. It's like all the guys you really cared about are kind of checking out or past their prime.
Yeah.
It's like we're watching it and watching guys come and go now, which is fucked up. Except for Diego Sanchez is still around.
Diego,
I think he said one more fight and he's out. But Damian Maia, he's still relevant, still probably in the top 10 too, which is crazy, right?
Yeah, but always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah,
unfortunately for him.
Yep. Do you want to talk about UFC this weekend?
Yeah. Is there one?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Every weekend, Ingo. What do you talk about? What'd you talk about, Ingo?
Let me see.
You have Thompson versus Neal. I'll pull it up here.
Geoff Neal with a G.
Geoff, like Toys R Us. So it's a decent card. So you got Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Geoff Neal, Jose Aldo, Marlon Vera. This fucking guy.
That guy's pretty exciting. Yeah,
he's fucking doing stuff versus Chaos Williams, Marlon Moraes, Rob Font,
Greg Hardy.
Yeah,
I mean, this looks like one of those sleeper cards, like where there's not a lot of huge star power, but it could be a pretty fucking good card. So is this free on ESPN?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a pretty sleeper card, as they say. Not too shabby.
Mm-hmm. Shamalama Ding Dong,
something like that. What else is happening?
Well, in news, last week we were talking about Yoel Romero having no home, and it appears he does have a home now, and he's going to be debuting at light heavyweight for the Bellators, who said they were not interested initially. So perhaps a little bit of knocking the big guy down a little bit to get the contract reduced.
We're not going to pay you the $500,000. We'll pay you the $475,000.
Right? Is that the official number?
Well, I would imagine he's in the 300,000 range would be my guess. I don't know how much. I guess it depends where they're fighting, if the athletic commissions are going to release the numbers, because now Nevada, they don't have to release the fucking numbers anymore, which sucks. And I saw Rumble signed with them too, so now you're going to have both those guys at 205. And there was some weirdness with Dana White, because people were asking him, Rumble just said he was going to come back, and he was supposed to come back in the UFC. Like, why is he not fighting for you guys?
What do you say?
Dana basically was saying, that's weird, right? It's like, you're going to have to ask him about that. So I'm kind of under the impression someone might have failed a USADA drug test, and that's why he's going to Bellator. That's just allegedly, and my own personal opinion. It's not based on fact and or science, but God damn it, look at the guy, how big he was powerlifting. You're telling me that's all natural? It's not. So it kind of makes sense. So
can he fight in Bellators if he doesn't pass USADA?
Yeah. Because USADA isn't the athletic commission. They're just an independent agency. And if nothing gets released publicly, there's no failure on record. And nothing has been released publicly. So, because he was all scheduled to come in and fight, right? He was going to win the 205, which, I'd rather see him fight at heavyweight, because he's done it before and he's like a big motherfucker. Like, why make the cut? You don't have to do the 220 to 170 anymore.
No.
Why? And he's bigger now. Like, why do that?
Well, they should have him and Romero fight.
Yeah, all sauced up. I'm all good for this.
In like 6 months. Give them both time to get a little yoked.
Yes, please. Make that happen. I watch that. Watch the shit out of that. What's going on with this Jake Paul character?
I don't know. He's been in the media quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna Barstool Sports tweeted this out. I'll share this with you. So it says Jake Paul is following one person on Instagram. It's McGregor's wife. So he's got 14.1 million followers. And he's following D Devlin.
He's totally trolling him, isn't he?
Oh my god! And then I don't know if I can post the video, but
that's a hard troll right there. I like it.
His video is reckless.
What was he doing?
Hang on. Oh, I hate this fucking volume. So hopefully this doesn't get us pulled off of everything. So I'll share this with you. You can listen to.
No audio.
All right, hang on. Let's try this again. Yeah, it keeps switching from sound to no sound.
What the fuck is up, you Irish cunt? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're jacking off because you're sick of fucking your wife. I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better, but happy Monday. My team sent you a $50 million offer this morning. $50 million cash, proof of funds. The biggest fight offer you've ever been offered, but you're scared to fight me, Conor. You're ducking me because you don't want to lose to a fucking YouTuber. You're 0-1 as a boxer. I'm 2-0 as a boxer. I just came off the 8th biggest pay-per-view event in history, but you want to fight Dustin Prober, who has less followers on Instagram than my fucking dog. That's a fact. And Dana White, you're a fucking pussy too, you ugly fucking bald bitch. You said there's 0% chance of this fight happening, but there's 0% chance of you getting some fucking pussy. Conor, you're scared. Dana, you're scared. Sign the fucking contract, you idiots. Jesus fucking Christ. Irish bitch.
What the fucking go?
That's pretty ridiculous. I believe that man deserves a beating. I think he needs to get one. He's asking for it.
Well, Nate Diaz saw that and he said, "I'll fuck you up for free, bitch. Next time I see you, it's on." But I mean, you can't talk about that guy's wife and say she's a 4.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He said a lot of things about her. Just like...
that's rough, man. Come on.
Well,
I say shit privately, but I wouldn't say shit publicly.
Oh god. And that's millions.
And and the crazy thing is, I looked at their Twitter followers and I want to say this fucking guy's got like 14 million. Conor McGregor only has 8 million. So how are these guys so popular? Because Logan is fighting Mayweather in some exhibition match in February, and now if you're Conor McGregor, don't you just take that fight? Because that's easy money, right?
Yeah, well, Paul is 25. I'm looking up his stacks. He's got 5.7 billion views total.
Yeah, I don't understand what they're popular for. Like they're YouTube popular, but to what audience? I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube guy, I think. Vine, that kind of shit, vlogging.
Well, here's what they should do. They should probably piggyback on the fucking Mayweather card, but I don't know who headlines at that point. Probably Mayweather, right? Do you have Mayweather versus Logan Paul and McGregor versus Jake Paul? Who's headlining? I guess you got to do 2 separate cards. No? There's probably more money in 2 separate.
Yeah. You know what I just realized? I didn't realize Logan Paul and Jake Paul were 2 different people.
I'm waiting.
Wait a second. Are you messing with me right now? Is that the same guy or different guy?
No, they're brothers. So you can look them up. Logan, yeah, he lost. I think his brother is 0-2, and Jake is 2-0. They're okay. They have okay skills. I'm not saying they have no skills, but to go against a professional, both those guys are going to get fucked up, period. Like, there's no question about that. But why not take the easy money and the easy win? What did he say he's offering him? 50 million?
50 million.
Okay.
That guy's not giving him $50 million to fight.
No, but whoever is managing it could. Because how much did Mayweather, think about that, Mayweather versus McGregor fight?
I think he made 300 million or something crazy.
Mayweather and
McGregor made
100 something. Yeah. They could easily make 50. Because remember, these guys draw on their own. Like when they did that YouTube one-off fight, I forgot how many, it was millions of people bought it. So, I mean, you could easily, and then you throw Connor versus this guy. I mean, he's just selling the fight now. And then like Jake also posted some video where Dylan Dennis was outside of, I don't know, some kind of store with a camera crew and a bunch of people around. This guy goes rolling by in a pickup truck yelling, "Dylan Dennis, you fucking pussy." And he's throwing rolls of paper, toilet paper at him. And then speeds away as Dylan comes after him. Like, so you could see they're like setting the tone for, it's got that Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier kind of feel to it. Not the real hate, but they're trying to manufacture some hate. So it's like, I feel like that fight's coming sometime in the future.
Okay.
It's a lot of money on the table for easy work.
Can I just pick fights with people and get paid $50 million?
Fine.
I mean, it might be worth it for that to get my ass kicked on TV. So
yeah, why not? Like,
50 million. I mean, that's gonna
a lot of money. I'd do it for $1 million, man.
That's gonna set me up for, you know, a long time. I'll be good.
It's generational money. Right there,
that
right?
is. Yes.
Oh,
all right.
Man,
So
it's weird. Yeah.
Switching gears. I don't know if you read about this, but there's a judge that's decided to move forward with the UFC class action lawsuit that was kind of lingering around from, I think, 2014 or something like that. And now they're saying that they're adding fighters from 2010 to 2017 to the class action lawsuit. And fighters have the option to opt out if they want. But there looks to be around 800 million to 1.6 billion in potential awards that are on the table. And it was filed by, remember that there was like almost a union that tried to originally.
Yeah, it was like Kung Lee and I don't know who else was John maybe Fitch involved with that.
Randy Couture, maybe. I don't know. There was Jose Aldo might have been. Was Jose Aldo part of that? No, I don't know. He was part of something else. But it's interesting because this has been lingering around forever, and this is going to get kicked up to a higher court. I wonder how much jeopardy the UFC is in with this, because, you know, it's obvious they fucked all the fighters like regularly.
In perpetuity.
In perpetuity,
one would say, to coin a phrase.
It's damaging.
Well, whatever this thing was, I think it was, they certified them as a class, was huge. Like that was the first step to getting a bunch of shit to go into the plaintiff's direction, right? So that was the biggest hurdle, and they got that done. So now shit's gonna get real, because they said more than likely, and this is like the smart guys following the sport. I think it's Paul Gift and I forgot the other guy who's doing a lot of the work behind the scenes on all this, but basically just said more than likely the UFC is going to settle out of court because they don't want this shit to go public. The more it goes public, the more shit gets disclosed and the more shit they're going to have to change going forward. So I would venture to say you might see $500 million get paid out before it goes to trial, because they don't want to go to trial.
Yeah, they're going to lose.
Yeah, 100%. And it's good. Like, all the fighters should get a chunk. I mean, why should the UFC bank? I mean, they made money, and great for them. They should make money. But do you have to make however much they made? Like the fucking Fertitas, $4 billion. Like, I don't know how much of that was all profit. And Dana got 400 million in cash, and who knows how much more he's getting. So should the fighters get some? Absolutely. And should things change going forward? Absolutely. Like you shouldn't be able, like, if I have a contract, you shouldn't just be able to fire me at a whim. Like, I should have some rights there. Like, if you're going to fire me, like, you have to buy my contract out. Oh, you signed me for 28 fights and you're going to fire me after the first 2? Well, then you could pay me out for whatever I was supposed to make for all those other fights. Like, that should be standard. You shouldn't own them in perpetuity. They should have some kind of health plan. I don't know how good the health benefits are, but they should have that. Blowjobs. I feel like that should be worked into the contract somewhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know what else is on the table, but maybe you could fight for another organization. Probably shouldn't be there, but there needs to be more. Oh, and sponsorship money, and freedom to wear whatever you want, not a fucking uniform, right?
Yeah, for sure. Make revenue streams that you control that are not part of the UFC.
Yeah, because you're basically giving up all your rights. Like, do they see any money from video games?
I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. So, like, give them some more good. So I think we're going in the right direction. It's like, that's something we talked about for so many years. I just stopped talking about because it's like, it's so far in the future. And I'm actually surprised with the COVID happening that this is actually proceeding, right? Like, I thought like all the courts are on no courts, no lockdown.
Done via Zoom. Actually, they got this. Maybe it makes it easier because
could be, so it's good for them.
I agree.
We'll see what happens here in the future. Hopefully, I don't know. Did they give a time frame as far as anything else, or it's just
said it was kicked up to the 9th Circuit Appellate Court, and so that could be another 5 years. Who knows? But
yeah,
it's happening.
We got one step closer, but hopefully you guys aren't dead by the time it's comes to fruition here. So I'm gonna share an article with you. So what is this? Bloody Elbow posted an article. It's like, people are going to notice my takedown game at heavyweight. So I'll read a little of this. So John talking, when I was 205, I always had a hard time getting down low, or hated getting low with single leg takedowns, stuff like that. Almost if my knees were killing me to do it. Now that I've been working on my legs so much and they got thicker, I think that's going to translate into me shooting some high crotches. That sounds fucked up, but okay. And shooting double legs. I think I'll make those muscles a lot faster. I predict my shooting ability and my wrestling is just going to be faster. There's just more power, and my ass has gotten a lot bigger. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think my double legs are going to be one of the biggest differences in my game, and people are going to notice. And then blah, blah, blah. And the light heavyweight division was fun, but I just wasn't scared of those guys anymore. Like, none of them. I think it showed in some of my performances. Obviously, I still trained hard, but there was no urgency in some of my last fights. So with these next guys I'm going to be going up against, I respect these guys. These guys are intimidating. They're intimidating as shit. It just gets me up in a whole different way. So a lot of the process. So let's start with the 205 division. So does that make sense? Like what he's saying there? There's no fear, right?
Well, you mean the fear part? I thought you were talking about that.
There's no fear, so that's why his performances were just meh, right?
Well, right, because a guy like John too, he thrives on competition. So if and that could be why the fights were boring. I don't know if he got tired of just railroading dudes. He's not. There was that era where he's dropping Machida on his face. I mean, he's KOing fucking dudes. He's doing this, he's doing that, looking like Mr. Ninja. And then all of a sudden, that came to a screeching halt. Was it the OSP fight? Maybe
Yeah. Well, I think I was like the first one back from one of his multiple drug suspensions.
Yes, and he was never the same since then. He just, I don't know, that killer, maybe that edge he had when he was doing all kinds of drugs is gone.
Sure.
I don't know if fatherhood has mellowed him out, or it could be what he's saying. Like it's just, it wasn't exciting anymore, and now he's going to get up against bigger dudes, and we'll see. I think the proof will be in the pudding. I want to see the fight, so take risks.
Well, what do you think about him talking about wrestling? Because I couldn't tell you last time Jon Jones took someone down and fucking elbowed him into submission.
Yeah.
That used to be a big part of his game, right?
Maybe Chael Sonnen. Was that the last time that happened? I don't know. It's been a while. That's a great question. There's some wrestlers at heavyweight, though. It's going to be interesting to see. Does he have a fight yet?
No, nothing's been announced, which is weird because, like, how long... like you're just letting him allegedly juice up on the side and get as big as he needs to. Is that why he's just out?
It might be. I'm looking at the rankings right now to see who can we put him up against. So we have heavyweight. So we got
Junior Dos Santos,
Ngannou, Blades, Rosenstruck, Derek Lewis, Overeem. I wouldn't mind seeing Overeem versus Jon Jones. That might be all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Overeem doesn't give a fuck if you're a training partner or not. He'll fight you.
But I mean, you're looking at the top 5. I mean, who do you put him up against?
I really wish Cain Velasquez was still fighting because I would have loved to see Jon Jones versus Cain.
Yeah.
Or Travis Brown. It's like the people I want to see him fight are no longer relevant and or in the UFC. The problem is he's the former champion, and he left the division and left the belt behind. So you kind of have to probably put him against one of the top 3 guys. Unfortunately,
so Curtis Blades.
If I'm John, I don't want that fight.
No,
it's a tough fight.
It's too dangerous. Yeah,
I don't want a fucking wrestler, man, of that caliber. And especially like if he got you down, he's gonna elbow your fucking face off.
Well, Ngannou would be exciting, or you just give him Stipe off the
Yeah, I mean either or, because when the fuck is Stipe supposed to fight, right? And who? I can't even fucking click on the guy. Click on everybody else, but I can't click on Stipe. That makes sense. Good fucking website, UFC.
Excuse me. Whoa.
Bless you.
I'm sorry about that. Ngannou fought Rosenstruck back in May, so I would assume Stipe and Ngannou are going to throw down here, right?
Yeah, rematch. Yeah. Maybe he's got to go Rosenstruck. I mean. Derek Lewis would be fun. It's actually really interesting, all the guys. I don't mind seeing him fight anybody in the top 6. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Volkov, Overeem, Lewis, Rosenstruck, Blades, Ngannou, and Miocic. So you might have to sit around and let Miocic and Ngannou fight it out and then just fucking go right at that belt.
Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah. We'll have to see. I don't know. It's interesting. I like the shakeup because it's something different for him, and see like how is he going to perform at heavyweight. It's always a mixed bag because it's never a guarantee when you move up. It's just John is so fucking talented that you just expect him to be successful regardless of who he's going to fight against. So
yeah.
All right, moving right along. What else is happening out there?
That's all I got for today.
All right. Let me see what else I got. I just fucked up my whole program here. Like everything just got highlighted in my spreadsheet and I didn't do a goddamn thing. That's cool. Thanks, Google. I think this is a Google problem. I think their whole network is shut down. Oh, I saw they said Dana White said they spent $17 million on COVID testing protocol and they've done 26,300 tests so far. Like, holy shit. Like, think about that. I don't know. Have you heard anything from like the NFL at all?
No, I have no idea what they're charging. I know that I know I'm late to the game, but we just watched the Hard Knocks from this last season. And it was crazy to like how much money was spent to update these facilities to make them COVID friendly, So I would imagine it's in an exponentially larger than what the UFC is doing.
It has to be because think about the amount of people testing and how many facilities. And I watched that Hard Knocks and I felt half of it was theater to show, look at what we're doing. Like the first episode was half was like COVID protocol and then half was into this shit. But then you're also following 2 teams. So it was like,
it's a little bit
like I'm getting cheated here because I don't know who the fuck's on what team. And like, I want to root for people because I like watching that Hard Knocks show. And then you get a little sold into, oh, I like these guys or I like this guy. And then you can kind of root for another team and have somebody else to enjoy watching besides those awesome Chicago Bears. Who are not so fucking dominated this week. But they're also not playing a great team. So, that's what happens when bodies start slapping. Did you see Chuck Liddell throwing some elbows at Jay Glazier holding pads?
No.
Oof. All right, let me dial this one up for you. It's incredible how long power lasts because fuck, man. I don't know. I guess if I go full screen, I'm just gonna go mini screen and hang on. There's sound in there.
I
I can't have Back in Black playing, but you're gonna miss the impact. But Jay is a big guy, and you could see those elbows and how much movement. Like, he's having a hard time holding pads for him. I'm like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah, and Chuck looks like he's in pretty good shape.
Comeback?
I don't know, maybe.
We're getting a comeback? Bare knuckle? Imagine Chuck and bare knuckle. All he has to do is land first. Land first, land hard. It's like Cobra Kai, right?
They're making a 3rd season.
That's what I heard. Is that on Netflix now?
Yeah. I need to get the kids to watch it at some point.
Yeah. Well, they're fucking, who's the other one? Oh, Disney. Jesus Christ, with the amount of content they said they're releasing between Marvel spinoffs and Star Wars spinoffs. Like, holy shit, they're dumping an ass load of content out. So that's great.
Yeah. Lots of stuff to watch. I dig it.
Hell yeah. I saw Mark Hunt. He's having a boxing match tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's fighting some guy from the National Rugby League. But that guy is, I think he's had 10 pro fights and he's actually undefeated. I think he's 9 wins, 1 draw, but it's Mark Hunt, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Someone's going to sleep and his name ain't Mark Hunt. So hopefully that'll work out and we'll see what happens there. We'll talk about sports marketing. So Darren Rovo tweeted this one out and I'll share the screen. This is fucking weird, man. I guess you can market anything, but he said some athletes have signature shoes. Chargers offensive lineman, as we're talking about Hard Knocks, Forrest Lamp now has a signature lamp. Lamp Plus introduces the Forest Sequoia floor lamp, $200.
That's actually pretty cool. But it's a really dorky advertising campaign.
It sure is. Like, what the fuck? It reminds me of Jerry Maguire when he's doing like all those weird fucking bullshit things. Like, man, we shouldn't be repping lamps. Definitely not lamps.
No.
Why not shoes? Well, because you're a fucking offensive lineman. How's that? How many offensive linemen do you even know? I don't even know if I can name.
I feel like he should be marketing like barbecues or, I don't know.
Yeah, like axes. smokers. Yeah, stuff you barbecue with. Fuck yeah. The big boys talking about big boy things and knives, stabbing type weapons. I feel like offensive linemen should be stabbing people in the eyes. Why? I don't know. It sounds cool. Let's see what else has happened. Oh, we'll do a little tweet of the week. This tweet was posted and then deleted. I had to kind of improvise on the image here, so you're gonna have to give me a second. So it got a partial, and then we'll post. So this is Lanta Brown says, me telling Mackenzie Dern I'm from USADA, but we ran out of sample cups.
Oh,
that's a lady making that tweet.
Wow.
She's since deleted it because she said she just had 400 creepy guys follow her on Twitter. I'm like, hey man, that's a cool. It was funny as fuck. I don't know, man. Moving right along. Right into AskTheNuts. With all the COVID stuff happening and preventing fans from attending most sporting events, are video games following suit now and not putting fans in the stands?
You mean for like esports?
Yeah, like
I have no idea.
Madden 2021 or whatever, or Madden 2020. Like, are they pulling the fans out?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not. You're right.
They should though. That'd be cool.
That'd be funny.
That would be a very unique game.
Hell yeah, because I thought the UFC was they were doing real-time advertising, right? Like
they were.
There'd be a big movie coming out, and then that shit would show up in the Octagon. But, what game in the hell? What was the Monday Night Football game? It was the Browns and was it the Ravens playing? Mm-hmm. And they actually had fans in the stands, and they were fucking pretty loud for the amount of people they had.
Going
which was
bananas.
nice. It was nice to fucking hear. It was a hell of a game, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Then Rodrigo Machado will close it out. It's time. # Nuts Rule. # Matt Rape Train. # English Sugar Daddy. Would you rather have X-ray vision or magnified hearing?
Magnified hearing.
Why you want that?
So I can hear things, Matt.
I want to hear like an old lady shit 500 miles away.
Yeah.
You know? I need to hear what's going down in like the 80-year-old assholes.
That might get annoying though. I wonder if you can control it so that you can only hear the things you want to hear. It'd be weird if you like walk up to someone, you can hear their innards like moving stuff around.
Yeah.
That'd be very weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. I'm probably gonna go with the X-ray vision. I just want to see naked people all day, all night, all day.
All right.
Even through fucking YouTubes, you could see. That would be weird. Would you rather work in a group or work alone? That's in a group and it's called an orgy. Versus
I do like groups myself. If it's a good one, productive, get shit going.
Like one guy and 7 ladies.
Yeah, you need to have a team atmosphere, you know?
Yes, it's all about the team and a synergy, right?
Right.
Whoa, my camera got all dark. Got all racist on me. Would you rather be stuck on an island alone or with someone who talks, incessantly?
That's a tough one. I have a you know, I might go it alone, Matt. It depends if that person, if it was the person I liked. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Well, I'm just gonna say, if it's a woman, you could probably shove something in her mouth to like make her not talk as much. I'm just saying.
Good point. See, you're always thinking ahead. I like that.
2 steps ahead sometimes. Would you rather be too hot or too cold? I think we can both answer.
Cold.
Yes, 100%.
You can always layer.
Question.
You can't if they're too hot, you're just sweaty and gross.
Yeah, it's never good. I remember fucking I think that we had like storms one year and it was fucking 100 degrees and goddamn power went out.
4th of July. Yeah, you guys were over at our house and then you went home and
it was 100 degrees and we all huddled in the basement. In my basement, it was 85 degrees at night. Yeah. So we'd all take, and this was like 2 or 3 days of just hell, taking cold showers before you go to bed and then just getting in the bed with a fan blowing directly on you going, I'm in the fucking basement. It's hot. This makes sense. Please make it stop. So yeah, hot is the devil, man. The devil.
That's bad.
Fuck, marry, kill, celebrity edition number 118. This is the girl next door types that have gone Hollywood number 6. We have Emma Watson, Blake Lively, and Natalie Portman. So let me get these ladies up. We're gonna get the screen a little bigger here. I didn't know Emma got so juicy. So Emma Watson.
Yeah.
I like what's going on.
I just never liked her.
There's a hip ratio that does something. Blake Lively.
Yeah, but we're gonna bang her for sure. Banging. We're gonna marry her.
Natalie Portman needs to eat about 100 fucking cheeseburgers today.
Is that the best photo you can find?
That was the hottest one.
Okay.
It could just be the outfit.
Negligee.
Yeah. So you're which one are you? You're marrying her.
Marrying her and banging
this one, killing Emma.
Killing Emma. I never liked her.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna kill Natalie, bang Blake, marry Emma. I feel like she's gonna curse me out and like yell at me for not doing the right spell, you know, like Harry Potter style. Like, all right, bitch, I'll show you the right spell. She's like, no, you won't. I'll turn you into a frog, cocksucker. Like, what? What the hell's going on? Got knowledge for the weeks.
Thinking. What did I do this week? I don't know. No, I don't. Nothing. Nothing sticks out. I had a rough week, so
it's all right.
I'm happy to be here this evening, Matt. That's where I'm at the moment.
It's all good. I'm happy to be here too. Yeah, everybody just shares some stuff. So there you go. Barstool Sports says the new video game Cyberpunk 2077 featuring Keanu Reeves lets you customize the size and shape of your cack. So you have genitals apparently, and then penis size. I feel like you should make it as small as possible so your character will be as angry as possible.
There you go.
That's weird. It's like I forgot what the name of the other game is. I'll just leave that alone. We're gonna be off next week.
Yes, taking a break for Christmas, Xmas. Merry Xmas to you and yours.
Merry Christmas.
Enjoy your time off. We wish everyone, Rodrigo especially, hope you continue the good fight. Don't forget to let yourself have a little bit of reward during Christmas.
Yeah, and as Smokey Robinson says, have a happy Chanukah or whatever he said.
Yes. Yeah.
Poor guy. He doesn't know. It's okay, man. I don't know these things. Kwanzaa, whatever it is.
So it'll be good to take a week off, and we'll come back one more time before the end of the year. I cannot believe it's going to be 2021. This year, it seems like it's been the longest and shortest year at the same time.
Yeah, I think it just keeps going faster and faster because we keep getting older and older. So time just keeps flying by, and even with all the nonsense going on, but it'll all work out.
Turn it around.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man.
That's been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name's Angle Weigel.
Matt Griffith, thanks for playing.